Hey everybody, happy Monday. This is Teresa Oliver, owner of Millennial Bookkeeping and Advisory Services, a data driven firm guaranteed to increase your bottom line without you making another dollar. I'm here today with another video, and today's video is inspired by free coffee. Who doesn't love free coffee? So last week, Panera Bread released a promotion for free unlimited coffee for the entire summer. Okay, so of course I took advantage of the free promotion, um, but I think it's an introduction to their subscription of not free coffee, but their subscription of unlimited coffee for a month for the price of $8.99. So I want to talk about how businesses can run a promotion like this, especially during these times, right? And just thinking about they've been closed for quite some time, for about 3 months or so, and if not fully closed, at least their capacity to serve customers have been significantly reduced because they've had shorter hours, so shorter operating hours, and they probably were only serving customers via the drive-through or curbside pickup, or maybe they had delivery. Um, and it's like, how does a business pivot like this in these times and offer a free unlimited product, right? Coffee being the product here in question. How do they do that? So I want to mention three things specifically that I see has happened here with Panera Bread. And you can use these three things and take them and consider them, and see what you can implement into your business, right? Does this work for your business? So, okay, let's lay the groundwork. The store has been closed or significantly reduced for about 3 months now. That means that foot traffic has significantly reduced. Now, if we know anything about brick and mortar locations, especially restaurants, foot traffic is king. You need to get people into your location so that you can make sales, right? Foot traffic is king. So, the promotion, number one, the first thing that the promotion does is increase foot traffic, right? So free coffee, and you come in there and they have their display of pastries, and they have their menu of food items, sandwiches, soups, etc. And you are probably motivated to buy something else in addition to getting your free cup of coffee, right? A pastry to go with your free cup of coffee, or a sandwich to go with your free cup of coffee. So, number one, with this promotion, they have increased foot traffic back into their location. So, instead of just advertising and marketing saying, hey, we're open, they said, hey, not only are we open, but we're going to give you free coffee, unlimited free coffee for the whole summer. So, come on in and get your free coffee. And we know that you're probably going to buy something to complement that cup of coffee. Second thing that I see that was done here and that you can think about for your business, they redirected cash that they already spent. So, cash is a big issue during these times, especially for small businesses. If you had any savings, you're blowing through that because you're either not making money or not making a significant amount of money to cover your expenses so that you can still have some sort of net profit as opposed to a net loss. So, what Panera did, so coffee is a relatively stable product, right? It has a pretty decent shelf life. So, I'm assuming that Panera has a significant amount of coffee in inventory where they're not spending any additional cash to purchase coffee, but they're using the coffee that they already purchased prior to this pandemic, and they were basically continuing in the processes that they've created on how and when inventory is replenished. So they have this coffee in inventory. Could they sell it over time because it has a decent shelf life? Absolutely. But money today is not the same as money tomorrow. And we know that they've been closed for a few months. They want to bring money in now. They need to begin to restabilize their business right now. So how can we get cash in right now? Or how can we utilize the cash and cash equivalents that we have to optimize to optimize our stability, right? How do we do that? What do we do? They've redirected their use of cash. They spent the money previously, and now they're using it as marketing dollars. So whereas the coffee is free, the cost of the coffee is now considered marketing, right? So as opposed to it being the cost of goods sold, it is now marketing dollars. This is for people to come into our location, patronize our location, and from the marketing of that specific coffee, we've been able to sell pastries, sandwiches, soups, so on and so forth, right? So when you talk about data and collecting the data, when you can see dollar for dollar what your marketing dollars are doing for you. How much are you getting returned on that investment, right? And so this is an investment that you didn't plan for. This is a situation that you didn't plan for. But businesses that have all of the data and they're able to analyze that data and pivot on that information and make business decisions that's going to help them right now, this is what they did. They pivoted, and so now the dollars that they spent for cost of goods sold is now being redirected as marketing dollars to get customers into their store and probably purchase more items beside the free cup of coffee. The third and final thing, is that they probably received, and this is speculation, but just based off of everything, and I'm giving you three examples and three things that I see here in this situation that you can use in your business, right? Think about what it is that I'm saying and think about how your business can use these three things to make changes and decisions in your business right now. Okay, that's going to help you right now. So they probably received funding, right? We have the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program, and we have the EIDL, Economic Injury Disaster Loan, right? So those loans and or funds has specific stipulations, right? So Panera Bread has been closed or their operations have been significantly reduced for the previous couple of months or the previous few months. So they've probably laid off employees, took away hours from employees and things like that. So with the stipulations surrounding the funding, they can now fully staff their locations in anticipation of increased sales because of the increased foot traffic because of this promotion, right? So it's all working together for their good, right? And of course, I believe that they are watching the numbers and taking down the data and analyzing this data on a very regular, if not daily basis, especially during this time. I mean, there's nothing like real-time data, real-time information. So I would hope that they are taking this data and they're analyzing it every single day and seeing if their return on investment is paying them back. If the information that they had in their system and the subsequent decision that they made from that information, that it's actually working in their favor. So those are the three things. Free coffee from Panera Bread. If you missed it, I'm sorry you missed it. I believe it ended July 4th. So free coffee from Panera Bread. What does this promotion look like for a business owner? What does it mean? Three things. One, They need to increase foot traffic. They are a restaurant, and foot traffic is king. They need people in their location. Okay, they need to reintroduce themselves and say, hey, come on in. The world is getting a little bit more confident in us going out and exploring. Come on into our location. We have free coffee for you. That's number one. Number two, they redirected cash that they already spent. So they are not spending any additional cash right now. And the reality is that they probably have a cash shortage, right? A lot of businesses have a cash shortage right now. And so you need to be able to pivot and look at the resources that you have and see how can you redirect the use of them. So they redirected the use of cash already spent, right? And then, they probably are using funds, the PPP loan or the EIDL, right? So, and they're using that to fully staff their locations, increase their hours, so on and so forth, pay for other operating expenses and things like that. So, those three things. Think about what you can do in your business to pivot the resources you already have and redirect them, right? Pivot, redirect. See what you can do. See what you can come up with. Take a look at your data and see what you have available. Well, that's today's video. Those are my three tips or those are the three things that I see that has happened with this particular promotion. And so let's talk about these videos that I'll be posting every Monday. So I'm going to try to use real life situations and talk to you guys about real life situations that's happening, whether it's in big businesses or other businesses, small businesses that I encounter, and I see what it is that they're doing. And I think that, hey, the whole small business community can really benefit from me talking about this, right? Putting it out there and kind of putting the idea in your head, and then talking about a few things that that particular business did with where they currently are in order to change their situation, right? And how your numbers and your data that you collect enables you to be able to do that. Another thing, so we will be hosting a capacity planning webinar. So Panera Bread, I'm certain that they took a look at their capacity and what it is that they were able to do, not just with their staff, but also with their inventory. How much could they really push out there without, cutting off their nose to spite their face? Like, were they being too enthusiastic about free unlimited coffee? But anyway, so capacity planning webinar. We will be hosting a capacity planning webinar that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. If you want to keep up to date on what we're doing and what we're bringing to you, we'll be bringing courses and more webinars to you, the small business community, to help you run your business. Click the link in the bio and subscribe to our newsletter. And you'll find all of the updates and information as to what's going on with us there. Of course, follow us here, and we'll be letting you know, making announcements on what it is that we're doing. So in addition to the capacity planning webinar, we will also be doing a cash flow webinar. Okay, both of these webinars come at a cost. It's a really inexpensive cost. You can take a look at that and see what that is. And then we'll have the release dates for you. We'll come here with the release dates. The release dates will be in our newsletter. So check us out, follow us, and definitely sign up for the capacity planning webinar and the cash flow webinar. On Wednesday, July 8th, 2020, in our Small Business Owners Toolkit group, in our Facebook Small Business Owners Toolkit group, we will be going live, myself and a guest, and we will be talking to the small business community, the startup community, on what is a business, what business formation is ideal for what it is that you want to do, what are the tax implications to that. And we'll also be talking about building business credit right where you are, right? How do you start today to build your business credit? So one, we're going live. on Wednesday, July 8th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in our Facebook group, Small Business Owners Toolkit. We're going to talk about business formation, which one is the best for you, what are those tax implications, and building your business credit. Okay, this is a free live session. Join us there, join the group. It's free to join the group. Small Business Owners Toolkit. It's a Facebook group. Join us there. Okay, so capacity planning webinar, cash flow webinar, live session on business formation, tax implications, and building business credit. Those are the things that's coming up. Again, you want to stay up to date with what it is that we're doing. Sign up for our newsletter, and you will be in the know all the time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye.